So thank you all for joining me for prenatal yoga. We'll be here for an hour where we will work out all the kinks. Go at your own pace. That's the beauty of this being, a Zoom class. So if you need to, stop. And even if we were all in person, I would highly encourage you to just pause whenever you need to pause. And take rest when you need to. So find a comfortable seat. I encourage you to sit up on something if you have it, possibly a blanket, maybe a block. Elevate your hips above your knees, especially those of you with some back pain. That'll take some pressure off of your low back. So allow your knees to fall away from you. Get settled, maybe start some music if that resonates with you, or if you need a bit of silence. There's a lot going on. Just do what you need. And as you feel your sitting bones begin to ground, find a bit of length, a bit of lift out of the low back and hips. And with that, feel length in your side bodies and a lift in your chest, and openness and broadness through your collarbones. And maybe you even rock forward on your sitting bones and back on your sitting bones. And notice where you tend to live in your body, whether you tend to dump weight in your low back or overarch to compensate. Find a nice happy medium. With your spine long, allow your hip points, without anything else moving, allow your hip points to reach towards your knees, like your pelvic bowl is tipping forward just slightly. So that will create space in your pelvic bowl and give baby a nice, comfortable area to move around in. Let's start with some grounding breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, inhale. Sigh it all out with your exhale. Maintain a slight part between your lips. Like you could hold a rose petal between your lips. That's how slightly they're parted. Sip the air in through your nose. Fill up around baby and the lower portion of your belly. And then release the air through that slight part in your lips, like it's a ribbon going in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as your breaths begin to lengthen, really focus your inhales into your bladder, into the lower portion of your belly, and surround baby with that breath. And that's your reverse Kegel. And that will help you to soften or relax the pelvic floor muscles. And notice just by tuning into your breath, how it's maybe begin to lengthen and deepen on its own. And maybe in this moment of stillness, you've become acutely aware of your body, your breath, acutely aware of any discomforts or tension or gripping you're holding. Just try to actively soften around those spaces. And if you wish, I invite you to bring maybe one, maybe both hands to baby. Always a choice. And maybe you connect with the being inside of you. And just remember that as you move, as you start to soften in your body, as you start to release tension, baby feels that. and they will get all of the benefits from your practice as well. And then slowly slide your hands towards your knees, arms lengthen. As you inhale, start to lift your heart. Find a little bit of a cow spine. Maybe the head draws back slightly. And with your exhale, almost press your palms forward to the fronts of your knees as you round the upper back. Think cat spine. Inhale, heart lifts. Maybe the hands slide back an inch. Exhale, round. One more inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale to a neutral spine, reach your arms overhead, interlace all but the pointer fingers. And as you exhale, find a side bend to the right. Try to keep both shoulders in line, lift out of the low back. Inhale back up to center. Exhale over to the left. Shoulders soften away from your ears. Inhale back up to center, lift your heart up, lift your gaze up. And as you exhale, release your hands down. If you're sitting on anything, remove it out from underneath you. And then wrap your hands behind you, fingers interlace. Squeeze your arms straight so that your knuckles reach towards the floor, so that your heart lifts towards the sky. And as you exhale, gently round over baby. So you don't have to go too far here. Focus more on lifting your hands away from the back to open your chest. Keep your hands as they are, come back to a neutral spine, and then wrap your knuckles over towards the right hip. Arms will bend. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel that stretch at the side neck. And then shift back to center, knuckles over towards the left hip, left ear to left shoulder. Let your head be heavy. Maybe close your eyes or have a soft gaze, soften your brow. And then as you inhale, come back to center, reach your arms up into goddess pose. Elbows about in line with your shoulders. Hands and fingers, wrists are relaxed. And maybe you find a little bit of a sway from side to side. You don't have to stay still through your arm series. And especially if you are having some low back pain, maybe find some circling. Move in both directions. And of course, if it does feel good to just find some stillness, pause. Take this moment to reconnect to your breath. Inhale through your nose, low belly fills up. Exhale through the part in your lips. If you need to, take a few neck circles if you're feeling that tension start to rise up. And then start to take your hands to your shoulders and then just reach them right back out. So hands to shoulders, this nice fluid movement. These are our no thank you arms. So as you start to get all those opinions from every outsider that thinks it's okay to tell a pregnant woman how they look or how they should be feeling, you can literally do this. This will send people away. Just do this in public. Just no thank you. No thank you to your opinions. No thank you to your touch. And then take your hands to your shoulders and take your arms out in front of you. Let your hands undulate with you as you move. So not only are you finding a stretch and strengthen through the arms, but also stretch and strengthen through the wrists. And the next time your arms are out, pause, flip your palms up, drop your elbows in line with your sides, and then reach them right back out. like you're serving a platter, like you're serving your baby. Have somebody else take your baby. Thank you. Our arms are important to strengthen. Those of you without children yet, you will soon learn that babies don't want to be put down. Next time your elbows are at your side, pause. Rotate your palms open. Squeeze the shoulders together on your back so you find some action there, and then bring them right back to neutral. So it's a squeeze, a lift of the heart, and then back to neutral. You can make this a little bit more exaggerated if you'd like by finding that cat-cow. Sitting can bring some tension in the low back, so do what works for you. Uncross your legs the opposite way, straighten them out. Next time your palms are out, pause, stretch them overhead, and then stretch them behind you. This should feel nice and good. This full range of motion. Fingers may touch behind you, maybe they don't. Notice if you started to find a grip in your hips, relax, let it go. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. Come back to any breath that serves you. Next time your arms are up, pause, interlace your fingers, flip your palms up towards the sky. Tap your knuckles to the top of your head, stretch them right back out. And really press to the palms as your arms begin to straighten. So yes, you're working out your arms and you're also stretching your wrists as we prepare to move to tabletop. Next time your arms are up, pause, and then drop your hands in front of your heart, and then press your knuckles away from one another. Forearms stay parallel to the floor. Feel a stretch in the top of your left wrist and the bottom of your right wrist, or whatever's on top, doesn't matter. And then switch. Bring out your wrists, and then shift onto all fours. Make sure any props you may have are handy but not in your way. Take your knees wider than you normally would. So maybe they're mat distance apart. Maybe they're a little bit closer. Do what serves you best. As you inhale, pull your heart through. Actively spread your sitting bones. Think less about dropping, baby. And then as you exhale, press into the earth, let your head hang. Hold this first cat. Shake your head yes and no. Curl your toes under if they're not already. Maintain this cat spine. Sit back towards your heels. Find a reach. Inhale, cow. Low back and heart broaden. Exhale, round and sit back. One more. Inhale, cow. Pull your chest through. Exhale, round and sit back. Inhale to a neutral spine, and as you exhale, look towards your left hip. Hips may shift to the left, really round your right side body. Inhale to center. Exhale, look towards the right, left side body rounds. Right side body squeezes. One more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, step your right foot back. Press through the heel for a calf stretch. Extend through the crown of your head. Spine stays long. It's easy here to start to drop baby and let the upper back relax. Really press into the palms, almost round the upper back. Breathe in. With your breath out, lift your right leg up, engage your glute. As you inhale, tap your foot down. As you exhale, lift it up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Last one. Lift it up and hold. Breathe in. With your breath out, wrap your right foot towards your right upper arm, and then step or help your foot outside of your right hand. And then allow your hips to shift forward towards the top of your mat into lizard pose. And maybe rock the hips from side to side, maybe circle your hips around in both directions. Find some freedom of movement here. And when you're ready, find some stillness, cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. Inhale. With your exhale, step your right foot back and then cross your right knee behind the left. So thighs touch, both knees are on your mat. Walk your feet away from the midline. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sit back. Keep both knees anchored. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, uncross your legs. Rock the hips from side to side. Breathe in. With your breath out, step your left foot back. Press through the heel for a calf stretch. Maintain that strengthened upper back. Breathe in. With your breath out, lift the left leg up, engage your glute. Inhale, toes tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let your leg move without moving your spine. Two more. Last one, lift and hold, breathe in. With your breath out, wrap your left knee towards your left upper arm, step or help your foot to the top of your mat. Hips shift forward, lizard pose. Maybe you wrap from side to side, find some hip circles, juice it up, release the low back. When you're ready, find stillness, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, climb onto your hands again if you've dropped or heightened. And as you exhale, send your left leg back, cross your left knee behind your right, thighs touch, knees stay lower, feet widen. Breathe in. Exhale, sit back. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, uncross your legs. Hips rock from side to side. And then lower to your forearms. Hips stay over the knees. Depending on the proportions of your body, you may have to walk your forearms a little bit more forward. Really widen your knees here. Press your chest back towards your thighs for polar bear pose. Actively feel your sitting bones spread away from one another. And then feel them come back together. So it's an active motion here. As you inhale, feel your sitting bones spread. And as you exhale, release. Cleansing breath in. Cleansing breath out. The bottom of your exhale, climb back onto your hands. And then you can stay in tabletop, or if you're ready, downward facing dog. So you can do everything that we're about to do from tabletop pose. Whether you're in tabletop or down dog, rock your hips from side to side. If you're in down dog, pedal out the feet. Get some movement going here. All right, so if you're in down dog, spin the heels in so the toes point out. And you can do the same from tabletop. So if you're in tabletop, the heels come in and the knees stay wide. And if you're in tabletop, as you inhale, you'll sit back towards your heels, and as you exhale, you come forward. And then if you're in down dog, as you inhale, you'll be in a down dog squat, and as you exhale, legs straighten, feet won't change. Inhale, down dog squat or tabletop squat. Exhale, come up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, spin your heels back out. Bring your thumbs together at the top of your mat. And then tiptoe your feet wide. Don't come into a full squat yet. We'll get there. If you have a block, come onto it on its highest level. Bring your block underneath your heart or come onto your fingertips. Hands can also come to your thighs. Heels come in, toes point out. Inhale, bend your knees, draw your butt way back so that the knees don't shoot over the toes. And as you exhale, legs straighten, drop squats. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. The inhales drop down and help broaden the pelvic floor fibers. And the squat down helps facilitate that opening, that softening even more. So that's why we inhale on the down and exhale on the up. Next time your knees are bent, pause, climb onto your thighs, flat back or roll up. Take it slow, head lifts last so you don't get dizzy. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, sit way back, tap your block. Exhale, come up. Glutes squeeze just a little bit. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Drive through the feet as your legs straighten. Keep the toes light the entire time. Last one, keep your knees bent. And if you need a block in a full squat, shift it underneath you. Or if you can come to a full squat without a block, great. If not, still getting all the benefits. Relax around the hips, relax around the butt, cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. These squats are something that we do a lot because we want to prepare our bodies to open up to birth a baby. And when you're in a squat, and a relaxed squat, your pelvic floor muscles relax with you. And your pelvic floor muscles do not push your baby out. Your pelvic floor muscles get out of the way as your uterus contracts the baby out. So we want to soften them, especially as you get towards the end of your pregnancy. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. Release your hands down, shift any block out from underneath you. Straighten your legs, toe heel your feet underneath your hips, or maybe a bit wider if that feels better. Bend your knees quite a bit, and then maybe you keep your hands on the ground. Maybe you grab your elbows and hang out in a rag doll. So to make this work for you, maybe you find a little bit of a rocking with your torso, a sway, shake your head yes and no. Legs can stay bent if it's accessible. Maybe the legs straighten. And then release your hands down, climb onto your thighs, inhale. Exhale, flat back or roll up. Take it slow. Again, gaze lifts last. Walk the feet underneath your hips so the joints are stacked so you're as stable as possible. As you inhale, arms up. As you exhale, hands at heart, step your left foot back. Inhale, arms up, left foot to right. Exhale, hands at heart, right foot back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, stand. Exhale, right foot back. One more, inhale up. Exhale, left foot back, pause. And then gently lower your left knee all the way down. Hands can stay at your heart. If you need more stability at hips, maybe they reach overhead. Inhale, start to press into your right foot so your right leg begins to straighten. Exhale, bend. So find some movement here. Inhale, press into your right foot, leg starts to straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Stay here. Inhale, lift out of the low back. Exhale, interlace all of the pointer fingers. Breathe in. With your breath out, gentle side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat, maybe a block. Walk it back for half split. So find some space between baby and your leg. Get as high as you need. Maybe rock the hips a little bit from side to side. Press through the big toe ball mounds of your foot. Breathe in. With your breath out, walk it forward, shift any props to the sides, step your left foot forward and fold a bit. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And as you exhale, listen here, slide your hands up to the hips. Press your hips down as you lift your torso up. You can ground yourself. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, step your right foot back. Inhale, arms overhead, come to stand. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, stand. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, stand. Exhale, left foot back. One more inhale, rise. Exhale, right foot back, pause, release your right knee down to the mat. Bring your hands where you feel steady. As you inhale, press into your left foot to straighten your left leg. And keep your foot grounded as you exhale, hip shift forward. Inhale, straighten, pull it back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, interlace all but the pointer fingers. Breathe in. With your breath out, side bend to the left. Doesn't have to be big. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, release your hands down for half splits. Use any block as needed. Anchor through your left heel. Push through the ball of your left foot. Find a slight rounding in your low back. A lengthening through your chest. Reconnect to your breath. Breathe in. With your breath out, release your foot, release your block, hands down. Step your right foot forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands slide to your hips to anchor them down as you lift your torso up. And then turn to face the wide side of your mat. Grab water if you need. Step wide. Arms stretch out, wrists maybe over the ankles. It's a good way to measure this out. And then turn onto your right, or turn your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. As you inhale, warrior two, knee bends. As you exhale, leg straightens. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. One more inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Turn off of your left heel as you shift towards high lunge. So now feet are hip distance apart. They're not in the same line. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. As you exhale, bend. Hands to hips, breathe in. Step into chair pose with your breath out. Left foot is down. Good. Maybe your arms are overhead. Maybe they stay on your hips or at your heart. Inhale, stand tall, arms by your side, mountain pose. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale, chair, arms up, seat back. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, take a seat. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, take a seat, pause. Exhale, hands to your hips. Step your left foot back. Straighten your right leg. As you inhale, press the hips down, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold over baby. Maybe the hands stay on the thighs. Maybe they lower to your calf. or your shin rather, or maybe they release to a block. If you get a little dizzy, folding and letting your head drop, come into a half lift. Spines can stay long. Inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands over about a quarter distance, 10 toes point towards the long edge of your mat. Breathe in. Wide-legged forward fold with your breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, climb onto your thighs. Rise up. Turn your legs. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold, hands to hips. Breathe in. Chair pose with your breath out. Maybe the arms stretch overhead. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, cleansing breath through your mouth. Inhale, chair, arms up. Exhale, stand. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. Inhale, chair pose, pause. Exhale, step your right foot back, straighten your left leg, hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen out of your low back. Exhale, release, bow, and stretch over baby. Hands down to wherever is accessible. If you have a soft bend in your left knee, great. You do not have to force it straight. Honor your body's limitations today. Breathe in. With your breath out, hands walk over quarter ways. Toes point to the long edge. Lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Wide-legged forward fold with your breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, climb onto your thighs. Exhale, press yourself up. Bring your heels in, toes in, heels in, so you have a shortened stance. Arms overhead. Inhale, goddess pose, elbows and knees bend. Exhale, press right back up. Inhale, squat down. Exhale, press up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Hold your goddess pose on 1. Maybe you shift from side to side. Maybe your hands move to your hips. Maybe they come to baby. Make this work for you. Try to soften your glutes as everything else strengthens and grips to hold you here. Soften your brow. Make sure there's space between your teeth. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, heels out, toes out, heels out, long stance again. Stretch your arms out. Turn your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. Inhale, bend your right knee, warrior 2. Pause with the exhale. Flip your right palm up. As you inhale, tip back a bit. As you exhale, hovered extended side angle. So right arm comes under baby, left arm overhead. Inhale, tip back. Exhale, hovered extended side angle. Inhale, tip back. This time as you exhale, release your forearm to your right thigh, left arm overhead. Maybe you bring your right hand to baby. Allow your hips to shift towards the short edge of your mat. Roll your left shoulder open. Keep your collarbones broad. Try not to let all the weight go in your right shoulder. Really press into your thigh with your right arm. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Find a little relief there. And then spin off of your left heel, high lunge pose. Get steady, find a moment. Breathe in. With your breath out, airplane arms. Chest comes forward, arms stretch back. Inhale, high lunge overhead. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, airplane, pause. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Bend your left knee deeply. Step into chair pose with a bind. Inhale, straighten your legs, lift your heart, knuckles reach towards the mat. Exhale, bend your knees, neutralize your spine. Inhale, straighten, little lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold. Keep your hands as they are. Step your left foot back, high lunge. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Keep the bind as you exhale and fold over your right leg. This doesn't have to be big. You don't even have to go halfway. The focus is on the chest, the shoulders opening up. And then release your hands down to the mat, bend your right knee, toe heel your right foot wide. Allow your left knee to drop for lizard pose again. Rock your hips from side to side, find some circles in both directions. And then pause. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. The bottom of your exhale, toe heel your right foot to the center of your mat. Walk your hands over a quarter ways. Spin on your left knee, square squats. So check in between your legs. You should have a square. Knees are at a 90. So you're on your left knee and your right foot. Yeah. There you go. Inhale, sit back towards your left heel. Exhale, come forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. If it feels good to allow your hands to travel with you, let them move. If not, keep them static. Next time your weight is a bit more forward, pause. Then you'll find a deep lunge in the right leg. So as you inhale, you'll shift towards the short edge of your mat. And as you exhale, come back over your left knee. Inhale, deep lunge. Exhale, shift over your left knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Next time you're back over your left knee, pause. Walk your hands over a little bit more so you're squared towards the long edge of your mat. Straighten your right leg. Walk your hands in and on your hips so you're in a gate pose. Arms stretch overhead, breathe in. Stretch along your right leg with your breath out. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down. If you feel steady, float your right leg up or maybe keep it on the mat. To take it even further, maybe you bend your right knee and reach for the foot. If that's not accessible, maybe you just bend your knee and you reach and you don't even touch your foot. That's good. So release your foot if you have it, drop it down to the mat. Walk your arms out in front of your chest, breathe in. A modified child's pose with your breath out. So you sit back towards your left heel. And then walk your hands in. Shift into your right foot so you can straighten your left leg, wide-legged, folded forward, fold forward. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Fold into yourself as you breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, climb to your thighs. Exhale, flat back or roll up. Point your left toes towards the short edge of your mat. Stretch the arms out, warrior two. Breathe in. Full breath out. Flip your left palm. Inhale, tip back. Exhale, hovered, extended side angle. Left arm hovers under baby. Good. Inhale, tip back. Exhale, hovered, extended. One more inhale, tip back. Exhale, release your left forearm to your thigh. Right arm stretches long. Maybe your left hand comes to baby. Allow your hips to move towards your left calf. Breathe in. With your breath out, come up, straighten your left leg to give it a break. Spin off of your right heel, bend your left knee, high lunge. Breathe in. With your breath out, airplane. Hover a bit. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach back, interlace your fingers, bend your right knee deeply, step into a bound chair pose. Breathe in. With your breath out, straighten your legs, lift your heart. Inhale, bound chair. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bound chair. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, fold over baby. Remember, it doesn't have to be big. Breathe in. With your breath out, release your hands down. Toe heel your left foot wide for lizard pose. Hips move forward, shift it around. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. The bottom of your exhale, toe heel your left foot to the center of your mat. Hands walk over quarter ways a bit. Spin on your right knee for square squats. Check in between your legs, find that square. Grab any prop that you need to elevate you for some space in your torso. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, forward. Breathe in. Breathe out, move at your own pace. Pause once your weight is a little bit more forward. As you inhale, find that deep lunge into the left knee. Exhale, weight over the right knee. Inhale, deep lunge. Exhale, shift. Next time you're a little bit more centered, pause. Hands walk over to the right about a foot. Straighten your left leg. Walk your hands in. Set up for gate. Left leg is straight. Arms overhead, breathe in. Reach alongside your left leg with your breath out. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale your right hand down. Float your left leg up, or maybe keep it grounded. Maybe you bend your knee and reach for your foot as you press your thigh back in line with your hip. Nice. Release your left foot, arms overhead. Sweep your arms around. Inhale. As you exhale, sit back towards your right heel, modified child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up. Exhale, release your left knee, walk around for tabletop pose. Rock your hips from side to side. Circle your hips a few times in both directions. And then pause. Slide your right knee outside of your right wrist and straighten your left leg behind you. We'll stay here in this back bend. So instead of folding all the way, stay lifted. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. And then drop to your right sitting bone. Help your left leg around so your right foot's at your inner left thigh. Reach your arms overhead, breathe in. Look over your right knee, and with your breath out, stretch over your left leg. Square your chest towards the mat, reach your arms out in front of you and bow. Walk the hands in. Plant both feet on the mat, knees point up, hands are behind you. As you inhale, lift your right knee up. Exhale, lift your left knee up. So you are in a supported boat pose. Try to relax around the hips. Nice, breathe in. With your breath out, cross your ankles, shift into a tabletop, left knee forward, right leg back. Stay in that back bend, maintain length in your spine. Cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. Drop to your left sitting bone. Wrap your right leg around, left foot at the inner right thigh. Arms stretch overhead, look over your left knee, breathe in. Stretch over your right leg with your breath out. Square your chest towards the mat, stretch your arms out in front of you, round over, baby. Walk your hands in and behind you, plant both feet. Bring the weight into your hands, breathe in. With your breath out, both legs up. And then bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let your knees splay, so you're in Baddha Konasana legs. And depending on how you want to experience this, your feet can be far away from you or close in towards your pelvis. Just do whatever works for you. Grab your shins or your ankles. Inhale, lean your heart up and forward. Exhale, bow. Let everything round. But find some length so you're not rounding into baby. Lift your chest up, bring your hands behind you. This time, step your feet wide as your knees point up. Rock your knees from side to side. And then keep both knees over to the right. This may be enough. Or you can pick up your right foot and place it on your outer left thigh. Try not to sink into the chest, into the shoulders. Press into your palms or fists, lift your heart up, and allow your legs to give into gravity. Release your right foot, knees point up, and then they drop to the left. You can stay here or bring your left foot on your right thigh. Just bring it above the knee joint. Release your left foot, point your knees up, walk your hands in, and then you can begin to set yourself up for your Shavasana. So whether you're inclined on your back, if you're under 25 weeks, you can go flat on your back if you're still comfortable in that position. You can lie on one of your favorite sides. And as you start to shift into your final resting pose, make sure you're comfortable, you're relaxed, you're released. Cleansing breath in through your nose. Cleansing breath out through your mouth. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, inhale. Sigh it all out with your exhale. And then release the guidance of your breath and absorb the benefits of your practice in Shavasana. I'll lead you out of this when we're ready. Until then, soak up the stillness. Begin to deepen your breathing. Bring subtle movements back into your body. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. If it's appropriate for your position, rock your head from side to side. If you're on your backs, gently roll to your favorite side. And then use your hands to help press you up into a seat. Try not to jackknife up. Good. Reach your arms overhead. Touch your palms. Bring your thumbs to your forehead as a reminder of positive thoughts. To your lips as a reminder of kind speech. And to your heart as a reminder of good intention. Bow into baby to seal your practice. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you feel a little bit less kinks in your body.